Thomas Tuchel was absolutely fuming after last night's game. He claimed that the decision against his side from the linesman and referee wasn't just a disaster, but an outright betrayal, and that Real Madrid wouldn't have a decision like that go against them in the Champions League in a million years. Now, as a neutral who didn't have a horse in the race, I was gutted to see the game end in the manner that it did, and can't fucking wait till AI improves to the point where we no longer have human officials around to ruin perfectly good games of football. Extra time would have been a fascinating watch, and unfortunately, we were robbed of that opportunity due to sheer incompetence. This might be slightly controversial, but I genuinely believe the refereeing was perfect until that moment. It wasn't an easy game to manage with both teams constantly in the referee's ear, and he sure as shit did a better job than his English counterparts would have in such a partisan atmosphere. However, what we witnessed from the linesman at the end was nothing short of a tragedy. The first thing they've been taught since the introduction of VAR is to not raise their flag until they're 110% convinced that there's an offside in the build-up. An example of that was Joslu's winner moments before. The linesman on the other side of the pitch thought he'd straight across the line, but waited till the ball hit the back of the net before taking action. Because that wasn't the case for what should have been De Ligt's equalizer, VAR were unable to get involved. I feel sorry for the referee, because his job is to blow the whistle the second he sees the linesman's flag. It's just a damn shame his colleague made such an almighty fuck up at an inopportune moment. In regards to claims of corruption in Europe, I think it's fair to say Real get big decisions go their way more than any other team in the competition. There's numerous examples of this being the case over the years, particularly against Bayern Munich in fact, and viewers who don't support them are fed up with it, because the last thing they need is extra help from officials given how stacked their squad is. Obviously, that should take nothing away from their elite mentality. They almost always find a way to get over the line, even when all hope appears to be lost, and deserve nothing but credit for it. However, it's a bit like my own team Man United in the Prem under Sir Alex. Were we the best team in the country? Absolutely, but there's no getting away from the fact that referees were shit scared to give anything to the opposition at Old Trafford, and that impacted many a close game in our favour, and any Madrid fan who can't admit the same thing well and truly has their head in the sand. In fairness to Madrid, their players completely stopped the second they heard the whistle, so I guess we'll never know what would have happened if some of their defenders had thrown their body on the line, but my point still stands. There's millions of pounds at stake, as well as the biggest trophy there is at club level, and thus decisions like this with technology around are quite simply unacceptable. Do let me know whether you think this is corruption or incompetence down below. The entire season has been marred by piss poor refereeing decisions, and it's almost putting me off football with how bad it's getting. Peace.